When gazing into the eyes of a grieving mother, I observe how her pride flows like untamed rivers, almost as if it has no banks or boundaries. You can see how her pride leaves behind a stainless residue of sorrow. She is now an open sore, a terrain of heartache, a plateau of pain. She confides in her own misery, wondering how is she going to make it through her tomorrow. She attempts to borrow happiness from old photos, those frozen moments when things were normal, her tears have a red. She is unable to get rid of that deafening cry for help, a cry which haunts her at night in her moments of rest. Sanity seems pointless. She stares out her window with the children that play in the street. She is jealous of their laughter. They partake and play without a worry in the world, just children being children, oblivious of life's many struggles. Growing up, we aren't trained to deal with death. We are just told that it creeps in like a thief in the night, stealing as many exhales as possible, replacing the last breath with death. These tears were unexpected. She kept them safe and sheltered for another time. Birthdays and graduations, touchdowns and dance recitals. These tears were premature, like an anxious and naive embryo just ready to become a part of this ruthless existence. She can hear the tires screeching like an old horror flick without any regards to the children. She was just getting home from the factory with groceries in hand. Her children knew that it was time for them to retire for the night, yet they begged their mother to allow them to stay out a little longer. She genuinely obliged their request. She smiles at her daughter, blows a kiss at her son, walks up the stairs after a job well done, drops the groceries, picks up the mail, shakes her head, nothing but bills. Then time stood still. All she heard was they hit the babies. Mother drops the mail and hurries outside. In an instant, death struck her eyes. Migraines and sharp pain struck her chest right behind her left breast. But good thing it wasn't the driver's fault. The asphalt was new. We know how these hit and run drivers always have some stupid excuse. The blood kept the people at bay, but the mother wasn't prepared for such a sight. Both of her children, her son Pride and her daughter Joy, lay parallel like blood-stained angels. The mother kneels between them both with both in her arms, praying that this was all a terrible nightmare or hallucination, but she knew it was really happening. Police sirens break the neighborhood silence. She holds the children close to her bloody bosoms, telling the paramedics, "You are not taking my babies, they are all that I have to live for." And here she is a week later. She sits in the window watching other children play day after day, wishing she would have told her children to come inside for supper, wishing the driver would have been driving just a little bit slower, praying Jehovah would have kept her babies out of harm's way. But these are the situations we aren't prepared for, to lose the ones that we adore. You've never looked into grieving eyes until you looked into the eyes of a single mother that lost both her children. She traces their names on fabrics at the factory. Oh, how she wishes they were in front of the house when she came home from work. Nothing but memories and a blood-stained street with a new sign that reads, "Slow down, children at play." How ironic that it took the death of her pride and joy to display any type of precaution. There was never any true concern until tragedy strikes. Then we take all the necessary precaution, but for this mother it is far too late. In the concrete the Creator had etched their fate. So she sits in the windowsill with her eyes fixated on the street, slowly rocking back and forth. Imagine her children playing. A single tear finds its way to her lips. It leaves a narrow trail for others to follow. She then gives a soft smile and says, "My pride, enjoy." Feel me?